Good day, Jeffrey Friedman, Senior Commodity Broker, RJO Futures, with my comments on stock index futures. Well, I always give you the word of the day. The word of the day is earnings. Okay, we've kind of resolved ourselves to economics are a little weaker than we wanted it, and that's good because now they're thinking that the Fed will not start its tapering till March of 2014. Okay, so that's bullish. More free money, more printing of money. The dollar goes down. It's good for the stock index futures, or so they have acted, in my opinion. Looking at some of the economic reports, non-farm payroll that we got backlog, which doesn't mean all that much because it's 2 weeks late. And the next one will be part of the slowdown or temporary government shutdown. That will be distorted in some way, so we're not going to get any true data because of this, the shutdown temporarily. So we have economic news that's slightly weaker, and the Fed is tapering. But the big news is earnings. And Amazon beat the street. Microsoft beat the street in a big way. UPS beat the street. And why is that so important? Because of trucking and buying and retail and everything that goes into it, going into the holiday shopping spree. So with those in mind, corporate America looks like they're doing good, but we're still in the first 25% of earnings quarter. So keep that in mind. If we get some bad news, it could shake the market. But remember, bad news is good and good news is bad. And the better we do, the worse it should be, or the faster the tapering, the worse we do, the longer the prolongedness of tapering. So the market seems to like free money more than the economy expanding, if you will. Looking at the technical point of view, we'll concentrate mostly on the S&P December contract, future contract. This is the third week in a row that we're going up. And remember, we just got the government started back on its feet less than a week and a half or a week ago. So you could see we were rallying into the anticipation that they would cut a deal, even if they kick the can down the road. And have said that, we're around 1750, give or take a couple of points. That's up 15 points for the week in the S&P December contract. Looking at some of the technicals, 56 would be minor resistance. The target that chartists are looking at, that I'm looking at, is 1785-ish, give or take. Going down, last week's close in the December contract S&P was around 1735. That's going to be a minor support level because it was a closing basis. You should call me if you want to understand why these closes and high and lows for the week, for the day, for an hour would mean something kind of close to pivot trading, but you got to call me for that. Now, on the way down, if we break 1735, then it would be probably 1724. Looking at chart, give me a call. I'll explain why I picked 24. And then, of course, if we're going to go from an uptrend short term to a sideways to downtrend, 1710 pops out on the charts. One last note before I go is on a monthly basis, we are up 4.2 for the month, and this is the third week in a row that we'll have a better close for the week. Remember, always, trading futures or option to futures involves risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. Please call me. Good luck and good trading.